Hope everyone has found peace and tranquility in this week 3. It is episode 3 of Spurs Up. I'm your host, D'Angelo Stevenson with Ben Parsons, and we have a guest host today, Mr. Trey Martin. How are you, Trey?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here with you guys.
We are so glad to have you. Now we're going to swing on into things. Now we're going to talk about the NFL ratings. Now when the season started earlier, the opening ratings were very low, and as the season has progressed, the ratings are still getting lower and lower. So I'm going to ask you guys, why do you think the ratings have been low this season in the NFL?
I think the problem is that there isn't enough games to watch. You know, they select like one game per region, whereas you watch college football, you might could see a team from California playing when you're in South Carolina.
Exactly.
But you get the same team every single week, which I don't think that's a bad thing, but they need to add some more diversity. I do think that there is an issue, some people are still caught up in the whole Colin Kaepernick national anthem protest thing, but I think the real issue is people are just getting tired of watching the same teams over and over again.
You know, when you think about the NBA and other sports, they really show a lot of other teams because you have fans everywhere that likes teams. You have fans from South Carolina that may like the Raptors, or you have fans from South Carolina that may like the Washington Nationals, and you have fans in South Carolina that like the Houston Texans, but they never show the Houston Texans on any other team. They want to show primetime teams for ratings, and you would think that things would change because of less commercials they have now. But obviously, like you said, like there aren't enough teams that are playing in the NFL.
But what about for those fans that are from that perspective or that are there that do like the teams that they are necessarily from or from that area? Because in your mention, you just named two teams that weren't football teams, but like in your statement, you just said there are a bunch of fans, and there are, but I mean, so how would you necessarily broadcast when they're all on the same channel to all those players? But I think the real thing, you were talking about how I hope you have a peace and tranquil week. I don't think people have been, with regards to the NFL, I don't think it's been a very peaceful time, whether it's been the Colin Kaepernick thing or whether it's Ezekiel Elliott or whether it's just Roger Goodell and his failings as a commissioner. So I do think that there's just been a lot of animosity in this league and towards the fans and towards the players, and it's just not been fun for some people to watch.
And obviously the Colin Kaepernick issue has been a big major factor in the ratings this year because a lot of players want to see him play, and of course a lot of fans want to see him play just because he can actually play. Whatever he believes in and whatever he does, that's an off the field thing.
It's absurd that he's not on a roster. He's by far definitely one of the top 64, if not the top 30 quarterbacks in the National Football League right now.
And they have guys that haven't even played in 3 or 4 years that are signing contracts.
Exactly.
Colin Kaepernick sitting at home, so it's ridiculous.
Well, you have owners who think that issue may be a distraction, and a lot of fans really don't like it. They just want to see him play, and he can obviously play as we've seen him in the 49ers in previous years.